to my channel. Today we are going to look at some of the graphic tees that I got in some of the hauls that I've done in the past few months, I believe, from the bins and the Goodwill bins. It's the Goodwill outlet that we call the bins. And I also wanted to go over something that is asked a lot. Not very many people actually answer it, so I'm going to go over how to look for a vintage tee versus a newer t-shirt that is a graphic tee. I'm by no means an expert, but by my research, this is what I found to be helpful. So let's get into that first. So what I learned is that vintage is now from 2004 and previous. So from 2004 previous is now vintage. Okay, so yeah, that's nice. It makes me feel super old, but that it is what it is. So also the inside tags of your t-shirts will be actual tags. Okay, so if it's vintage, it'll actually have either a like a fabric tag, paper tag type tag. It won't be screen printed in. So if it's screen printed in, it's not vintage. Okay, it's a newer style, so you can't classify that as vintage. If you see that it's been ripped out, then there was a tag there. So, you know, it's most probably vintage. So it's okay to still sell them if they've been ripped out, because you at least know there was a tag. Then stitching. Now the stitching is kind of questionable because some European screen printed graphic tees have the single stitching and or double stitching. Now most I'm going to say that, okay, most vintage tees have single stitching around the arms and around the bottom of the tee. Okay, so if it's single stitched, then it's most probably a vintage t-shirt. Okay, also on the graphic t-shirt, you will have some sort of licensed date on it, either in the tag, in the washing tag, or on the actual t-shirt itself. It'll have, like, you know, concert whatever, 2000 whatever, or 1990 whatever, and it'll say licensed. And then, or the concert itself, what date it was. Okay, now the wrap t-shirts, if you can find those vintage, you can get some massive money for those. Okay, they're highly collectible, and it's okay if they are cracked in the graphics, because that's how you can also tell if it's vintage. If has the worn look to it, like this part right here, like this graphic here is like cracking, or it has that worn look to it. Even if it's stained, if it's got rips in it, holes in it, it will probably still sell because it's vintage and it's a concert tee. When I'm talking about graphic tees, it can be concert tees, a place, like if you went to Florida, or if you went to North Carolina or something like that. It can still be vintage and it can still sell. Also characters, so like if you got the Looney Tunes, or like I've got Betty Boop on, things like that, Mickey Mouse, especially Disney, those will sell really well as also. So I just wanted to go over that first. Oh, also, I was looking at my notes here. If you look at a vintage t-shirt, you can tell, like if you see a normal extra large from a t-shirt from nowadays, okay, it's an actual size, like it's an actual extra large. Now the vintage ones run smaller, So your extra large will look like a large, okay, and so forth. So it'll be a smaller fit, okay? And I'm going to show you some of the vintage tees that I have acquired and some of the non-vintage, like more or less around recent times that I've acquired from the bins. Again, sorry, I need to take that poster down. This used to be my son's room. It says biology. He loves biology poster. But this is the room I use for my inventory and for my videos for thrifting. If you guys, I should have told you in the first place, my name is Michelle, and I have a reselling business on Poshmark. I'm also an illustrator, so I have books on Amazon, Etsy, and I also have products on Redbubble with my art. So you can look me up there under Michelle Kaler. My art's under Michelle Kaler. And then my closet on Poshmark is Kaler M. So my last name and then M. Okay. All right. So let's get into the fun t-shirts. Okay. I also have some sweatshirts that are graphic as well. So the first one I've got here that I found, which I was really excited about. I have no idea what size it is, but it's Van Halen. Very cool. Like I said, it does not have a size on it, and it has a tag. So that's one of the things we're going to look for vintage, right? Then I'm going to go to the arm area here. I'm going to look at the arm area, and it is single stitched, which also tells me it's vintage. And let's see, this one has a 2016, so it's not quite vintage yet, but it has a 2016, say the license marking right there, 2016 Van Halen, okay? So that's how you can tell whether or not you've got vintage or not, okay? Those are some of the ways. But I was very excited about, let me just close that door. So my dog always loves to bark when I'm recording. Yeah, sorry about that. Hopefully you guys all like dogs. She's a boxer. We love her. Name is Ruby. She's like 4 years old now, I think. Yeah, 4. We got her for my son's birthday, and I've ended up having to take care of her. If you guys are moms and your sons and daughters want animals, and then you end up having to be the one that takes care of them. Okay, the next one is Prince. So this is a Purple Rain t-shirt. And this inside here, we've got a printed inside. So right there. And it is made in Mexico. And I do not see a date on it. But we're not going to say that's vintage because it is single stitched in the arm area. The bottom is ripped. Well, it's an unfinished hem. Not really ripped. But I don't see a date on it. So I cannot claim that as vintage because I do not have a date. And because it is printed in the inside here, that's a big indication that it's not vintage. Because in my research, I guess back in the day, in the 90s or whatever, we didn't have this process of screen printing on the inside for the tags. So vintage always has a actual tag, right? So it's like I said before, like some people say, yeah, you go by the stitching, but there's two right there that are not vintage, but have the stitching, the single stitching. This one, again, single stitching. This one has a tag on it from the Goodwill, but I got it from the Goodwill bins. This one has printed again, so I cannot say this is vintage unless I see some kind of, nope, it's not vintage. I don't see a date on it. This is Johnny Cash. Very cool. Looks like it's a little half shirt. Again, unfinished hem, like the Purple Rain one. but very cool, even though it's not vintage. This one I wanted to keep because I love Blondie. I love her. I tried it on. I was like, no, it's too small. This one has a Goodwill tag on it, but I found it at the bins. But it is a Blondie. Oh my goodness, I love this t-shirt. Okay, Blondie, and it's 2002, so it is not vintage. Oh wait, what did I say? 2002? Yeah, it is vintage. 2002. Yes. So 2002. And this one does have a printed inside. But in the 90s, they did not print in the inside. Hopefully I'm not confusing the hell out of everybody, but yeah, this one does have a print in the inside. But like 90s and 80s did not. So I can still claim this as vintage because it was 2002. Okay, so 2002, this has to be like 20 years or something. And it does have a date on it. 2002. And I love it. Oh my goodness, I wish it fit me. But it is a slimmer fit. So it's extra large, but it's not my extra large. It's not my extra large size. Okay, then what else we got here? I have got an NFL team apparel Steelers. Now all these I will get onto Poshmark hopefully this week. Steelers, NFL team. And I believe this one is a medium. And what else we got here? Oh, got the Nike tee. So it's Nike. We got Phoenix Suns. And I don't see a date on it, but yeah, Phoenix Suns, dry fit at the bottom. And this one is a small. I don't know if did I tell you guys I didn't tell you the sizes of these other ones, did I? Johnny Cash one is extra large. The Prince one is a small, the Purple Rain. The Van Halen one, I have no idea. I'll have to measure that one. And what else we have? Oh, I have this Yellowstone. I love that movie or that show, that series. Oh my goodness. Yes. That's a small. And what else do we get here? Oh, I don't know if you guys, I don't know if there are any gamers out there, but I found this Old Navy XXL periodic table for Minecraft. So any gamers out there, XXL, very cool. My son loves that game. He's 11, so he is like, yeah, he's a big gamer. Okay, I found this really cool Disney Jungle Cruise shirt. Sorry, they're like really wrinkled because I just washed them and I did not. I washed them and put them in the dryer and then I like crumbled it back up again. It's really smart. Okay, this is Jungle Cruise. This one I washed anyway. Those ones with the tags, I have not washed it. But I will. And this one is a size... Oh, goodness. I don't know what size this is. Tag is not in there anymore. So I will have to measure that one. Okay, and then... This one is a Astros baseball shirt, 2XL, very cool, love it, looks nice and comfy. I like men's t-shirts and sweatshirts, they just are very comfortable. I steal my husband's all the time. This is a sweatshirt, it is Harry Potter. It has these graphic here, screen printed on, and it is the film concert series sweatshirt. And the back of it, I love Harry Potter. So anytime I find Harry Potter stuff, I have to grab it. This is a size, I don't know. I could have swore I saw the size on this before. Oh, a large. But I think it's more of a kid's large because it's pretty, to me it's little. It probably fit my son. Okay, and then I've got this Victoria's Secret pink. This is the front. This is the sleeve. I haven't done comps on any of these things yet. I just want to show you guys first before I put them on for sale. Yeah, all these will be for sale shortly. This looks like this one runs pretty big. The pink Victoria's Secret stuff usually does. This is small, but like it would probably fit me. Like it's big enough to fit like an extra, probably large. Let's say large. Yeah. I wear an extra large, but this would be slim on me. So I would say a large. I got myself a belly. So, all right. And then we got a Hurley XXL. And that's very cool. I love it. Looks comfy. So yeah, vintage tees are really in right now. You can find them, grab them, even if they're stained or have holes in them or whatever. I mean, you should see some of the ones that are selling on eBay. They look like they're trashed. People are still buying them because they're from the 80s and the 90s. This is Shein. I don't really pick up much Shein. It doesn't sell very well, but this is a super cute. I was thinking about keeping this for myself. So I may keep it for myself because it's London, and on my mom's side, they're from England, and I just love it. And it's neutral. So I may keep this one for myself. I don't know yet. I like it though. It's cute. All right. And then keep bending over to my bed there. I've got them all like spread out so I can list them real fast. Sean John. This does still sell pretty good. I did look this one up. This one, I think, was selling for $50 or $60 resale. It's a 3XL, so it's a really good size to have. It has a lot of embellishment to it, and it's in really good shape. Like, it's in excellent shape, actually. So, then I got these three to bundle. And they're Aeropostale, however you pronounce it. I got this one in a extra large. I've always pronounced it Aeropostale. It's probably wrong, but it is what it is. So here's another one I'm going to bundle with it. Also extra large. These are brand new. So it's another one. And then the last one I'm going to bundle with it. Also extra large. It must have been from the same person. But they're all brand new. So, yeah. But yeah, I used to work for Macy's back in the day. And I was a merchandiser. I was a merchandising team leader, manager for quite a while. I was also a clothing specialist. I worked for them for 15 years. So I went from different jobs in the stores. They called me a chameleon. They could put me wherever and I would survive and make things happen. So I was a merchandiser at one point. I was a clothing specialist at one point. And then I was also a cosmetic manager. That was my last position, was a cosmetic manager for the Estee Lauder brand, Clinique, Prescriptives. So that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. But so I do have experience with clothing and with the retail aspect of things, and I'm happy to be my own boss now. I got pregnant, and then I stayed home with my little boy, and I became a mommy, and it was great, and it's been great. So I am very excited to start this new reselling process. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now, and I love it. I just want to get more into it. I've been focused more on my illustrations, and that's been great up until AI has come into the picture. So now I really need to focus on something else, and that'll be my reselling. And I'll still do my illustrating, but that's going to have to be second now, and this will have to be first. So I just have to flip-flop them. But yeah, so I thank you guys for coming on here, and hopefully I helped you out with the vintage tea issue. or if you had any questions. If you have any other questions you'd like to ask me, go ahead and drop the questions down in the comments. And if you could, on the way out from this video, please like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video. Hopefully I can do, the next video will be on dresses, because I have a ton of summer dresses that I need to get listed. And it helps me to do these videos, because once I do them, then I know I have to get them on to the Poshmark site. Okay. All right, guys. Thanks so much for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye.